Stories unite us in a magical way. We grew up on them. Every night, we'd listen to tall tales from mythologies of heroes slaying monsters, of good triumphing over evil. We like stories of heroes because at some level, we see ourselves in them. Small but defiant creatures who are thrown into the toughest of scenarios, clawing their way through a cruel life governed by apathetic gods. We relate to them, so much so that stories of all heroes across countries and continents, they're all the same. Be it Hercules, Jesus, Buddha, or even Rama, they are on different faces and names, but they all tell the same tale. A journey from a known world into the unknown, and returning triumphant with knowledge. This repetitive path, it's called the hero's journey. The hero's journey monomyth is attributed to Joseph Campbell, who was actually inspired by Carl Jung and a whole lot of other philosophers. Nothing is ever new. In the book, he discusses how stories of all epic heroes follow the same pattern of 17 steps. Not all stories follow the same path, nor do they all include each part, but within these 17 steps, every story falls. There's a more simplified version with about 12 steps. It essentially covers the same thing, and for the sake of simplicity, we're going to be looking into that. To be more specific, we're going to be looking at the hero's journey through the works of a particular Tamil director whose career is quite a strange one. Tamil cinema's most expensive director, Shankar, is known for his vigilante stories that try to push for social justice. He began his career belting out one blockbuster after another. Looking back at the man's 30-year journey felt weird. On rewatch, a lot of his movies feel overly dramatic, filled with cartoonish villains and caricatures of characters. They don't age too well and are fraught with lines that are sexist, casteist, or just downright plain wrong. But they are all remembered by us as classics. Why is that? The reason why I feel his movies work so well is because his heroes are men that society would idealize. Their methods may be questionable, but their goals are relatable. They all tug at our heartstring in a weird, socially responsible way. And the reason he's able to do that is because these stories inherently follow the hero's journey beautifully, thereby every time giving us a complete character, one whose behavior we can understand and be empathetic towards. Let's see how he does that. Our heroes in their comfort zone. At the place they call home, everything is going as it should. There's no reason to go out and be a hero. But problems do exist. This is when our hero gets the opportunity to step up and face the problem. It's an invitation to get out of the ordinary world and enter the unknown, extraordinary world. At first, they refuse the call. The unknown, after all, is quite scary. What trials and tribulations are there we may never know. Maybe the hero's not what they thought they could be. Until they meet with a guiding force, someone who sets them on the right path, who shines the light for them to follow. For without mentors, how lost would all of us be? The hero takes the leap of faith and enters the world of unknown. This is the point of no return. Life will never be the same after this for our hero. They can't go back, at least not the way they came. The only way out is through. But the path is not an easy one to tread. They come across several trials and tribulations. Their skills are tested, but luckily, a hero is aided by allies, friends who come along the way. They slowly approach their biggest ordeal, the toughest problem. Their worlds are colliding. The biggest fear stands in front of them. Will they rise up to it? A hero finally faces defeat. Their entire exercise seems futile. The ordeal, unnecessary. But the hero realizes that there is learning from this. They are reborn with a gifted knowledge. The hero understands their shortcomings. The reward that brought them to this treacherous path stands just in front of them. You can almost taste the nectar of success. This is where transformation happens. This is the road back. With the newfound knowledge, a hero must return home. Anticipation is now replaced with vindication. The hero faces the biggest threat. This is the climax we've been waiting for. With their newfound knowledge, they're able to defeat their biggest foe. They can slay the dragon that stands in front of them. They return back to their ordinary world having changed as a person, learning knowledge essential to life and growing into something more beautiful. They are now hope. The hero's journey works so well because it's something we can all apply in our own lives. Every day we are faced with new opportunities that push us out of our comfort zone, and almost always we choose to refuse that call. But through this journey we understand that even the best amongst us have to face ordeals and trials. that failure is not a good thing but a necessary portion of our journey. Shankar's movies worked wonders. They might have been mindless, but they were all entertainers of epic proportions. Some of that magic, if not all, are missing in his recent works. Is that because he lost a brilliant writer in Sujata, or because the hero's journey just stopped working? The biggest criticism behind the idea is that how it templates lives and makes them repetitive. The answer to these we don't know, but the point I'm trying to make is, go out there. Don't refuse the call to adventure. Be a hero.